Trevor, give us a little bit of background and potentially where we could see him along the offensive line.
So our notes here, I'm gonna read these: veteran mauler and versatile anchor, and then I'm gonna read one more line on him. And so started 40 career games, logging 2,642 career snaps with just 9 sacks allowed in 1,396 pass blocking snaps. 1,396 pass blocking snaps and allowed just 9 sacks in his career.
And Trevor, I think it was also read somewhere that he had considered going to the draft, but decided to come back for another year of college. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so. And then, I mean, I'm glad he did, man, because listen to this to go a little deeper. In 2024, 789 snaps, 360 at guard, 429 at tackle. So he can play tackle too, which that's huge because the tackle, if there's one, I guess, position or in this offensive line room that I'm a little worried about, it's the tackle group. So with a guy with that much experience that can play tackle, is huge. And he gave up just 1 sack and 3 QB hits across 408 plays at tackle, earning a 96.5 PFF grade. I don't know why this dude didn't get drafted in the first, second, third round of the NFL draft with those stats, man. I mean, I know he's in the Sun Belt Conference, but geez, 6'5", 340.
Hey, well, I'll piggyback off that. He's played a lot of snaps, and Troy's had some pretty decent teams here the last couple of years. I mean, he's a 2-time second, Sun Belt second team. I botched that a little bit, fellas, forgive me. But he's got a ton of experience. And just seems to be a pretty good kid, one that brings a ton of experience to our offensive line. That's I'm super excited about. But I thought this was pretty cool too. Obviously, he was at Troy before he came over to us at Carolina. He served as a team captain and was also on Troy's leadership council. So that just kind of a testament on what kind of guy you're getting. And you want leaders, especially in your offensive line group. But to piggyback off of what Trevor said, a guy that brings a ton of experience. I think he's the tackle position. If there's any position on the offensive line that's of pretty good importance, it's the tackle position. And to have a guy like that to come over from a conference that, for the most part, has played pretty respectable football for the last several years. And to have and for him to be on the teams that he's been on, I think Troy competed with App State in the Sun Belt Championship not too long ago. And they've they did get upset a couple of years ago in Kid Brewer on a walk-off touchdown down there. But nonetheless, he's been a part of some really talented teams at Troy. And it's not like he's played on a team that was just god awful and he just got meaningful snaps for a terrible team. He's played on a team and in a conference that's played pretty respectable football. He's in contention for some pretty solid bowl games here and there. And just a guy overall that you look. It's a great portal get for Carolina and for Belichick and the staff for sure. I'm anxious to see how the scouting department did on him. I think he's going to play a lot for us this year.
And I talked about his pass blocking. I want to add this too. Ranked 4th in the Sun Belt Conference for run blocking. So he can do it all, man.
I mean, the last Sun Belt offensive lineman we had, Willie Lampkin, turned out to be pretty good for us. So I mean, it's all about who you get. But there's really good football that's played at that level. And we talk about it with Christo about the jump up from Holy Cross to Carolina. There's some it's like I mentioned to you guys, you see it a lot more in the landscape of college football now with him. And like Christo, both of them have a ton of experience at that level. Their bodies react to certain things a lot differently than somebody else that just, doesn't get a lot of playing time would. And you want that in your offensive line room.
Trevor, talk a little bit about his commitment video and how crazy that went.
Pull it back. That's what you got, right? You got the video for us?
Yeah.
Pull it up for me again. I want to watch it. Let's watch it live with the.
Oh, you want the music?
No. Well, no, you're good.
Okay.
Is this his commitment video?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
know if I've seen this. I don't remember seeing his commitment video.
I thought you said something about had 10 million views.
No. So that was Holy Cross. The first Christo Kelly, the first commit Bill got, that tweet got 10 million views. Yeah, yeah, that was on Christo. But this is I guess a Troy hype video. But I'll add on to what Troy mentioned it about his leadership. It seems like they identify the guy that they want in the room is a guy with a lot of experience on the O-line and a leader. So this is the past two guys we've talked about that came over. They were team captains.
Yeah, and that's kind of
awesome.
like, yeah, I definitely agree. And that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning, is that it feels like throughout this whole portal journey, like I was saying early on in tonight's episode, is that it just wasn't, it didn't seem like, Belichick and Lombardi were going by, we've had 40 plus players leave, which is not unnormal, right? When a new coach comes in, right? I mean, that happens. I remember seeing tweets about, oh my God, it's not going to work. Belichick, everybody's leaving. It's like, guys, this is normal. Tell the full story. Like, come on. I know it gets you clicks and views, but tell the full story. But it's not like they said, man, we got to refill this locker room ASAP. No, they took their time, they did their research, and they went after and got the players that they felt match their culture.
Tar Pit crew, thanks for tuning in today. You just heard a clip from a recent episode where we broke down one of the key position groups. If this episode hit the mark, do us a favor, like it, drop a comment, and share it with a friend. That kind of support keeps the podcast rolling. You can catch full episodes of the Tar Pit Podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Don't forget to follow and subscribe today. The Tar Pit Podcast is proudly powered by Untapped Sports Network. Thanks for listening, and as always, go Heels.